Hi. It's been a while. I have been sick for 3 or 4 weeks at this point. So I filmed a January wrap up, February TBR. And then before I had a chance to edit it, I got so sick that I didn't want to do anything but lay in bed. I am better now, but still not great. I have like an ear thing happening, but it is what it is. Everybody's getting sick right now, so I will include my January wrap up in my February wrap up March TBR video because I haven't really read anything in February anyway, since I've been sick for a little bit. So yeah, that'll be like a short video. But anyway, so sorry I've been gone for a while. I had originally planned on doing a little vlog today, and then I forgot to, I like filmed an intro and everything, and then I forgot to actually take videos while I was in the bookstore because I got distracted because I was meeting up with a friend who I haven't seen in a few months, and I'm not used to like filming stuff. It's not second nature, so I just totally forgot that that had been my plan. So I'm gonna do a little book haul for you. I didn't buy very much. And then I'm gonna reorganize my bookshelf. And I figured I could take you along with me for that, too. It's literally like on my wall back there, so not really take you along with me, but you know what I mean. So I'm gonna do a book haul, and then I will show you around my bookshelf currently, and then we'll do a little montage of me rearranging, I think. Yeah, so first of all, the bookstore I went to is like a local bookstore, and they have a cafe as well, which was nice. It was a really cute store. So that was fun. It was my first time going. I signed up for their rewards program, and I plan on going quite often moving forward, which is fun to find a new local bookstore. First off, my friends had a baby in December, the end of December, right before the new year, so I did get them one of my favorite childhood books, but not the Hippopotamus, by Sandra Boynton. So that's the first book, not very exciting. I have been wanting to get more into sci-fi. I think I've talked about it a couple of times. So I also picked up Kindred by Octavia Butler, which it's an old book. It's 1979, it says. So it's an older book, but it's like a sci-fi, and there's not a lot of authors of color in the sci-fi world that I have found. And there's also not a lot of women in the sci-fi world that I have found. Not to say she's the only one, but there's not a ton of representation there, not a ton of diversity there. So I am excited to pick up one that a lot of people have really liked. That's also going to add some diversity into my sci-fi, which is really nice. And then my last book is one that a lot of people have read and a lot of people have really liked, and it was on my Christmas list this year, but I didn't get it. I got a different book instead. So I decided to buy it when I saw it on the shelf, and that is Circe by Madeline Miller. It's a Greek mythology retelling. I'm sure a lot of you know what it's about. Okay, let's get to my bookshelf tour. So this is my whole bookshelf. Sorry if the lighting is kind of weird. I have my little like wax warmer and I've lit all the lights on in my room. This is what it looks like right now. The way I have it organized, this is like just my dark books. I don't know how else to describe it. I'm going off vibes, not genre. These are nonfiction, I guess. Those are, oops, sorry, I just almost fell. I have to stand on my chair to get to my bookshelf. Those are the copies of a series of unfortunate events that I have, and I need to complete the series. I don't know what happened to 5 through 7 or 11 through 13. I thought I had all of them. I don't. I also have Muppets, Finalmations, a fake plant, and some hippos, and a candle up there. And then this is my up to Saving Juliet, I guess, right here. This is historical fiction. Clearly a lot of these are one author. I am a big fan of Lynn Carlin's books. They follow a formula for sure. They're all kind of the same, but I like them anyway. I actually haven't read a lot of the historical fiction. I have not read, let's see, I've not read Songs in Ursa Major, All the Pretty Places, or The Paris Secret, or The Lost Summers of Newport, but I'm waiting until summer to read that, probably on the beach in Rhode Island, because duh, Lost Summers of Newport, that's what it's about. I'm gonna have like a tiny little sci-fi section, which is A Wrinkle in Time through The Martian. I don't know if The Giver and Lord of the Flies are actually sci-fi, but they give the vibes, you know? I don't know. This is my mom's copy of A Wrinkle in Time from like the 80s also, which is pretty freaking cool. That's my copy of The Giver from elementary school. Also learned recently on TikTok that The Giver is not a standalone. There's 4 books in the series. Who knew? And then we move into fantasy. Now it continues on the next shelf. I don't have much. This is my Harry Potter collection. I had to buy this one on Thrift Books because I had the first 6 as a box set before the 7th one came out. Like, I got it for Christmas. You could tell they're well loved. But I didn't have the 7th one. I would borrow a hardcover copy from my parents because I've lived with them most of my life. So when I moved out, I had to buy a matching copy of the 7th. And then I have a little Harry Potter candle and a little hippo. I love my hippos. Now, that's kind of out of order because this shelf is shorter than the rest of my shelves. So Harry Potter was like the only thing that would fit up there for fantasy, because the rest of my fantasy, which is just like these, up to Again But Better, they are tall books. So fantasy, I haven't actually read Lore or Again But Better yet, but it's fine. This is my favorite Hades and Persephone retelling by Meg Cabot, the Abandoned trilogy. Love it. I've been reading it since I was in high school, I think, since it came out. So it might not actually be like the best book series ever, but I love it for the nostalgia, if nothing else. Also, if it sounds like I'm breathing heavy, it's because I am still sick and I can't breathe very well, and I've done a lot today, so I'm kind of exhausted. But I also have the urge to do this, so I'm doing it. Okay. Next, from the collected regrets of Clover to Saints of the Household, I guess, is just like fiction, general contemporary fiction, I guess. Really, this is the Princess Diaries series. That should be included in that and not in romance, which is where it is. But whatever. So I have not read most of these, I'm going to be completely honest. I have not read Collected Regrets of Clover. I read this when I was a child in like middle school, same with Looking for Alaska. I don't know if I ever actually finished it, to be honest, but I loved my John Green. I mean, look at this. It's only 3, but still, have I read? I've definitely not even opened Turtles All the Way Down. I am sorry, John Green. I'll get to it. Eventually. And then Saints of the Household is, it's by Ari Tyson, and she was my orientation leader in college. So personal connection, which is cool. We're not like friends. We follow each other on social media. That's about it. That's how I knew she was writing it. Haven't gotten to that yet either. It's been on my TBR since I bought it. Like every month I'm like, oh, this is on my TBR, and I haven't done it yet. So yeah, I have a really big physical TBR. And then I guess technically these aren't just romance. They're like what I read back in the day. So Audrey Waite, Princess Diaries series, the Selection series. I know I am missing the first one. I need to buy it. I lent it to somebody, I think, but I don't remember who, so I can't get it back. Her other book, Emergency Contact, A Permanent Record. Emergency Contact, amazing. Permanent Record, not my fave. And then these were all ones that I read in middle school and high school as well. Enchanted is kind of fantasy, I think. I don't know why it's over here. Whatever. I didn't do a great job organizing by genre, clearly. This is my romance shelf. And also my Kindle. This is my Kindle. I just put it on top of books because I don't know where else to put it. I don't really have a spot for it. So romance, we have my Sarah Dessen, Icebreaker, Emily Henry, just like all the classic cartoon romances, some that I read as a kid, some nice old Wattpad original cover publications, which is super fun. Let me move this way around my chair. This Love and Gelato is the first one, and that is a Netflix original movie now. I haven't watched it, but it's a good series. I haven't read You Should Ask, or The X Talk, or American Royals over here yet, or The Dating Dare, which is over here. I have a lot on my physical TBR, so sorry, I dropped it a little. And then these are like my coffee table books, I guess. Two of them are Kermit the Frog books. I got them for Christmas. This one is a Winnie the Pooh book. And then classic Shel Silverstein, the book I had as a kid also. So that's what my bookshelf looks like right now. And I'm gonna take a little break because I am out of breath and I'm overheating a little bit. I think the heat is on a little too high right now. And then I will take all the books off and put them back in maybe a different order, maybe a similar one. We'll see. Okay, we're gonna do a little take it down. I don't know if you could hear me, but I did just do this. I took everything off, completely empty, all the knickknacks, all the books, and I'm gonna figure out how I want to organize it all off camera, because I'll probably be here for an hour trying to figure that out, and then put it all back in the bookshelf on camera. So, see you in a bit. I'm back. I think I've decided how I'm gonna organize my books, and it's a little weird. did the bottom, excuse me, I did the bottom shelf by height. I don't know if I like it. It also doesn't all fit, but that's all of my fiction books, so I don't know what to do about that. My nonfictions won't fit down there. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Okay, my camera's dying, so this might cut off in the middle of me adding all my knickknacks and nonfiction books, but books for now. Top shelf is just a bunch of short books, like height-wise, and then I have to just fill it in with some knickknacks. My camera's gonna fall over right now. The tripod is a little unstable. Anyway, it is probably like an hour since I finished decorating my bookshelf. My camera did in fact die while I was putting all my knickknacks on it, so that is why there's a weird cut in the footage. It's gonna be me at the bookshelf and then this, so sorry, but I decided to just finish it, and since I did a tour beforehand of the bookshelf, I'll just do another one now so you can see what I did, because I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, let's just wow, it's a really close up of my face. I hope my makeup's okay. Let's just get you over to exposing myself. Okay, let's look at my bookshelf. Okay, so here it is in its entirety. I think it looks so much better. There we go. Yeah, I think it looks a lot better than it did before. So let's go through it step by step. This is going to be bumpy. First up, we have our top shelf, which has a bunch of my nonfiction. These are like coffee table type books, you know, nerdy, 5-sauce, astrology, etc. They were down in the corner before. We have a Disney College Program Memories box, a cute little glass manatee, Harry Potter candle, Muppets, an Oscar Wilde quote, and then my like Be a Smarter Person nonfiction that I have not read a single one of those. I got like halfway through What the Heck is EOS, but then I left that company that I was reading it for, and I haven't reread it, so that's where we are there. And then this top shelf, whoa, that's way too close. Hang on. This top shelf, it's short. You can tell these are short books and it's almost at the top. So I put all my short books. So we have Little Women, Mylan Curland, historical, fiction, fantasy, time travel books. Wrinkle in Time, The Giver, Lord of the Flies, the Harry Potter series, the Princess Diaries series, what I have of A Series of Unfortunate Events. I'm hoping it's not going to be enough room for all of them, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And then my special editions kind of classic stories by Edgar Allan Poe and Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. And then this row, we have some normal sized books. And we start with all of my Sarah Dessen books, which is most of her books, because I was obsessed. I still reread them. This is my YA shelf. And then we go into just some more like various YA. I actually don't know if Red, White, and Royal Blue is YA, but it's there. And I'm gonna leave it there for now. I don't remember, because I know in the movies they're older, but I feel like in the book they're younger. Movies, like there's two. Movie, singular. Also, I forgot to do a little close-up of these guys. How cute are they? I got them. I labeled them because I'm that person in Disney in 2007. And then I have this little guy right here. Not labeled, but another little hippo. I have a thing for hippos. I also have one next to my bookshelf. So, and a baby Groot. Also, these are not real books. These are journals, and that's storage. So, on my bottom shelf, we have my contemporary fiction, my adult romance. We have a couple thriller dark books. I just kind of like group these together because I don't have very many. I have literally 2 thrillers, and then these I guess are, sorry, I was holding that way too low. I group these together because I have literally 2 thrillers, and then these I think are like technically contemporary fiction, but they're so incredibly dark that I feel weird putting them with the rest. I don't know. They were with these ones before. I don't have it necessarily organized by genre, but more by vibe. So that's what that is. These are more historical fictions, my 2 sci-fi. Technically I have A Wrinkle in Time and The Giver. Is The Giver sci-fi? I have A Wrinkle in Time, and that's definitely sci-fi. It's just on the top shelf. And then we have my fantasy, so Cruel Prince lore, Abandoned Trilogy, Enchanted, and Cersei, which is a new one that I bought today. We have a fake plant and a little teeny tiny Valentine's hippo. Also, no label on that one. All right, well that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know if you have read any of the books that I said I haven't read, or just read any of the books in general that are on my bookshelf. I'd love to talk about them. If you feel like it, give me a thumbs up or subscribe, or both. I will hopefully be back to making regular content. I have a few ideas, and a few like short-term and a few long-term ideas that hopefully I'll be able to get going with soon, now that I am mostly not sick anymore. So look forward to those coming. Leave any ideas you have in the comments if you feel like it, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.